Well, it's back to school season, and last night we brought you a report on Israeli children displaced from their homes and schools by the war and violence. But in Gaza, 625,000 children have no school to return to at all. Most of Gaza's 560 schools have been damaged or destroyed. More than half have been directly hit by Israeli forces, who say schools have been used as shelter by Hamas militants. As Nick Schifrin reports with producer Shams Odeh, in Gaza, the few remaining schools are now shelters for the displaced.
In Deir al-Balah in central Gaza, the classroom is a tent. And the students, displaced children of war. Proud to contribute, eager to learn in a class rather than from the conflict they've been forced to endure.
We're trying to provide relief for children through education and play so they feel better mentally.
Taha Ibrahim is an elementary school teacher, himself displaced, and a volunteer with a French-sponsored program for kids.
As educators, we're trying to help students remember what they have learned and at the same time try and cheer them up and relieve them from the pressure they're under despite ongoing bombing and displacement.
In a neighboring tent, 8-year-old triplets Lana Batul and Lin Abu Aseh with their younger sister Bisan have a message for the kids around the world starting school this week.
We're supposed to go to school. Everyone is going back to school except us in Gaza. You're so lucky.
They've lost their home and been displaced multiple times, but have held on to their dreams.
Doctora. I wanted to be a doctor because I want to help people who aren't feeling well.
When I grow up, I want to be a teacher, so I can teach kids and they can learn.
And so the triplets leave their canvas home in the Al Zawaida camp, which has been their refuge for months, and cross just a few steps over the sand to arrive at their canvas school. Tent classrooms like these are all that Gaza's children have. In a war where the UN says more than 9,500 children enrolled in schools have been killed, Gazans say the entire educational infrastructure has been eviscerated. The UN says at least 85% of Gaza's schools have been directly hit or damaged. And in this war, and in every war in Gaza, UN schools transformed to shelters for nearly 2 million displaced, like the Abu Hamisa school in Al-Barej camp. Classrooms once filled with students, now home to families with nowhere else to go. Clothes rather than chalk, dishes rather than drawings, a kitchen and a bedroom all piled up in a corner.
When we used to go to school, they would teach us that school is our second home, but now it is in fact our only home.
Onana Abu Al-Khair was studying to be a dentist at one of Gaza's top schools, Al-Azhar University, seen here before the war and today. The UN says all of Gaza's 12 universities have been damaged or destroyed. Israel blames Hamas for living in and fighting from residential buildings and using schools turned shelters as cover. Despite it all, Onana Abu Al-Khair tries not to forget what she's learned or what she's lost.
Gaza was beautiful, with its people, busy streets, and food. We want to go back to that because we cannot get used to the situation we're in right now. We are not resilient. We are forced and obliged to live this way.
Her mother, Suhair.
It's as if we're dying slowly while still alive. We want these young kids and students whose life was taken away from them to be able to live again, so they can get up, get dressed, wear their uniforms, eat breakfast, and go to school, see their teachers and their friends, study and excel.
But those are dreams deferred. UNICEF estimates all of Gaza's children, 1 million people, need mental health and psychosocial support. They have seen too much and had to grow up too fast. Miriam Al-Nabahin is 4.
Our home was bombed and there were injured people everywhere. There were rocks, little tiny rocks. I wish I could go to kindergarten and for the war to end and have a new home.
But for so many, there's no going back. Back home, back to school, back to what childhood is supposed to be. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Nick Schifrin.